Hello there and welcome back to my YouTube channel and to today's video all about how to pass your upcoming Advanced Performance Management examination. I'm delighted to be joined by the lovely Shayla. Feel free to introduce yourself, Shayla, and your association and experience with the Advanced Performance Management exam.
Hello, nice to meet you all that are watching. It's a pleasure to be here and to be invited by James. And here just to give you a couple of insights of how I managed to pass P5 after quite a few attempts, I would say. For me, it was the hardest paper I've done. The pass mark, can tell why.
Yes, very low, about 30-odd%, isn't it?
Yes, 30-odd%. But for me, the way that I managed to pass after quite a few attempts.
How many attempts do you think it was?
I think it was either 4 or 5.
Oh, right. So if there are any students out there who have failed it once or twice,
yes,
Shayla,
don't give up.
Big resilience on you, my friend. Good grief. But
yes,
walk and talk us through what made you not give up.
What made me not give up was because even though I found it very broad, I thought I was enjoying it, you know. When I was revising and going through questions and past questions, I sort of like had a feeling that they were not too difficult. But I think perhaps I was being too generic, and and P5 you need to really nail the modules, and I also have that strategic mindset.
Yeah,
perhaps that was probably where I found gaps in me, because not having worked, you know, in a strategic world, I kind of was made the things a bit difficult. And if you don't not naturally have that strategic mindset, I think that's what made me fail over and over again, or maybe even not getting prepared properly, not doing the questions, you know, in time condition, not having, I never had a mock paper marked. I always study on my own, with family and you know, life commitments, other life commitments, like you guys, like many of you that are watching, you know, you're gonna have your life commitments. I think the fact that I liked it helped me continue, and I always had that feeling I can do this, and you know, I've already spent so much time, I have already dedicated so many hours, which makes me believe I've got the knowledge and probably just need to know how to apply that knowledge. And that's when I found a friend, so it became a friend. I was looking for a study buddy.
Okay.
And I always found that a study buddy could be very helpful.
Definitely.
Especially if it's a person that has the same commitment as you. You don't want to have a study buddy that, you know, is not really putting the time and effort as you are.
Yeah, you should be bouncing off one another, and
exactly.
you can use there's the ACCA student community, which is a free online resource.
I found him there.
Oh, did you? Oh, fantastic.
Yes, well, I found him there.
I'll put the link of that in the description of this video. So if you're watching this now, whichever exam you may be doing, feel free to check it out. It's a free resource, isn't it?
Yeah, it was from a completely different country, so far away from me, but we managed to revise over the WhatsApp.
Wow.
You know, technology nowadays do help. We never met personally, but it was super helpful.
Have someone there.
It always kept me motivated. It always, you know, believed in me. So you want people really around you that can push you to the right direction. And I think for P5, you know, you need to understand what they're looking for in the requirements. You need to go through technical articles. Don't underestimate any technical articles. Try and read the examiner's comments.
The examiner's reports, yeah. They've got
because
so many good tips in there, and
exactly,
they link
and
into the past papers quite nicely on there.
exactly. So I think for me the resilience was there. Um, that's one important point. And the second point was that I was actually finding it interesting, and I
Oh, that's
always
good.
thought I could do it. But finding a study body and also dedicating more hours
To it, yeah. Well,
yeah.
if this is the advanced level. I mean, from your opinion, what was it like? What was the jump from performance management to advanced performance management?
Oh, it was massive. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm like, you superficially think it's not actually that much difference,
Hmm.
and that's why probably you then fail your first time, because you kind of look, "Mm, this is actually, if I pass P3, which is performance management, or used to be, um then this is just like a
Yeah,
small push, and
yeah.
yeah,
You think,
I think it should be fine. And then you fail the first time with badly, or sometimes not even badly. Sometimes it's just like, when you constantly on your 40s,
mhm.
40, 41, 45, 40, you go
Or
up
the
and
dreaded
down, and you're like,
49.
what's going on, what's happening,
Mm,
what am I doing wrong, what's missing? And it's like that advanced piece that is missing.
yeah,
So you've got the technical knowledge, the models, but you're not thinking strategically, you're not thinking outside of the world, you're not
right.
writing in that detail, you're not giving advice. So you need to i- m- this study buddy used to say to me all the time, okay, you are a consultant. When you're answering these questions, you are a consultant, so you put in your consultant position, and you need
Mm,
to be giving consulting advice.
right, I see. And I always get asked about how many past papers you should do before your examination. I mean,
As
for you,
many as you can, if you can do it really depends on how many days and hours you have to dedicate, which
mm,
again, don't underestimate, because don't think like, oh, in 1 month I can just do it. It's not going to happen.
comes
you know
around quicker than you think, doesn't it? And
yeah,
and
I
and the
think.
exams are so time pressured as well. You've got to do them to time, not just, oh, I might do a bit here and a bit there. Sit yourself down, pop a stopwatch on your phone, turn off all notifications, and then just
Yeah,
fully focus, and always do it as if it was like the real exam.
yeah, and the syllabus don't seem quite, it doesn't seem that hard, but actually, when you go to the questions, you feel like, so I saw myself many times answering questions, and then checking the answer, and it was completely out of
Ah, right.
sync, like had nothing to do, my answer was out of the way, but that's the trick. You need to do it more and more, so that you
Hmm.
start understanding why you deviating from the original question. No questions will be no answers will be the same, because it's your interpretation, it's your
Yeah.
advice. So it's not going to be one how can I say,
Well, it's sort of a one
one
size
fit
fits
what
all, doesn't it? Yeah.
exactly, that's exactly what I want to say. It's not one size fits all. It's your brain, and if the marker can see that you've got that capacity of, in a different scenario, give constructive advice,
Hmm.
then that's how you get your mark.
Yeah. And link back
Until
to
you
the
get there.
scenario. Yeah. Link. Yes.
Until you get there.
It, it,
uh,
it just got to be persistent on it. Use the
yeah,
key words from the requirement as ever to
yeah,
structure your answer, because
yeah.
then you're answering the question that the
Mm-hmm.
marker is looking for, rather than lots of students fall into the trap of just answering the question that they want to answer. So
Yes.
you're just writing for
Yeah.
the sake of writing. You'll have thought, oh, I've written one paragraph here, another paragraph here, another there. 0 marks, 0 marks, 0 marks on it. So
And P5 is a subject that you need to, you can't limit it yourself on background noise, sorry.
Don't
But
worry about it.
you can't limit yourself on in relation to what you have in syllabus. You need to read outside. So it's you need to read news. You need to be aware of many other things that are happening in the world that you actually feel like you can actually you are in control in the exam. You can give any sort of advice. So
Good.
that's
Yeah.
another tip I would give. Yeah.
Fantastic. Just really absorb yourself with all the materials. And also, if you're struggling on any areas, make sure you check out the ACCA technical articles. That was another thing I used to do for all my exams. If I didn't know something really in depth, just log online. It's all free on there. Would definitely recommend it. But, oh, you've gone on to mute now, I think, Shayla, it's saying on there. So are there any sort of final tips that you'd want to get on record, Shayla? APM, anything else that springs to mind that could help a student get from that 48, 49 into the 50 plus?
Structure your answers, read the scenario, read the question first, read the scenario, and then be quick on your mind. The way you think, you need to be quick. You need to be attempting questions under time conditions, and just practice. Find a study buddy.
Yeah.
I would recommend, and I think you can do it.
And you will get, and remember, you will get there. That's the other thing as well. Just stay positive on it. But again, Shayla, thank you so much for all of your tips and insights today. Really, really appreciate it. Let us know in the comments below how you've got on, what marks you got, or if you've got any other questions, feel free to let us know. But as ever, make sure you give the video a big thumbs up and share this with any other ACCA student, because the tips and tricks we've talked about today are just absolutely spot on. So again, Shayla, thank you so much. And I hope we've helped out a few students today. Oh,
thank you for, it's been a pleasure. As always.
Absolute pleasure, Shayla. I've really enjoyed today. So make sure you give the video a thumbs up, as I said, guys. And as ever, we will see you for more in the future. Well, on that bombshell, we'll see you next time. Cheers.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Thanks.